Hi, for today's rounders session we're going to be looking at bowling, the different types of bowls that there are and the tactics behind why we might mix it up a little bit in a game. Bowling comes with lots of rules as well, so we'll discuss those and yeah, let's see how we get on. Okay, so if you've got any space indoors or ideally outdoors, try and set yourself up a space of about 8 steps roughly. I've measured mine out just with 2 kind of throw down spots, but in a real rounders pitch it's 7.5 meters, so kind of have that kind of distance to help you with your bowling to make sure it's nice and accurate. Okay, it's really important when you're bowling that you hold the ball the right way. Now I've just got a tennis ball because I haven't actually got a rounders ball at home. You could use an apple, an orange, anything you want, anything you get your hands on at home. Okay, now the important thing with the grip of holding the rounders ball is it's a little bit like the bunny ears grip that you might have heard of in primary school or through cricket and so on. We're basically just going to be using the middle finger and the index finger and supporting with our thumb, and all the rolling comes from there. So effectively we could not have those fingers and still be really good rounders bowlers. Okay, so I'm going to teach you 6 different types of bowling. Now I want you to pause at this moment and think if you can name any types of bowling that you may have learned over the years at school. If you haven't, you can't remember, don't worry, but just spend 10 seconds now having a little think about what are the different types of bowls that I might be teaching you today. So have a little think. Okay, so the 6 different types of bowls that we're going to look at now. You've got the safety bowl, you've got the donkey drop, you've got the spin bowl, you've got the speed bowl, you've got the low to high bowl, and you've got the angle bowl. Okay, they all come with different tactical reasoning behind them, and we're just going to start off with the safety bowl, and I'm going to demonstrate what you need to do so you can practice this at home. Okay, so we're going to do the safety bowl, and I've got my little helper here, Jessica. She's going to pretend to be the batter. She won't actually be in shot. I'll just be bowling to her. She's just going to catch it. But it's really important to note that with the rules of rounders, we are not allowed to have the ball go above the head or below the knees. So when I'm bowling, I'm going to obviously be bowling to her bat, which at the moment is pretend, but I'm going to aim for those kind of areas. Now obviously when you're playing in a real game and you've got people of different heights, that's a really good tactical thing when you're doing your order of your batting lineup, to mix tall and short, left-handers and right-handers, because it really throws the bowler off. They can't just keep to the same thing all the time. Okay, Jess, if you'd like to run over to your spot over there. Okay, all we're going to do for the safety bowl, so we've done the correct grip like I just discussed. Okay, it's really important to note that your throwing arm, okay, is going to be stepping off your opposite leg. A lot of people make the mistake to do right leg, right arm, or left leg, left arm. If you do that, you're going to brush your thigh and it's never going to work effectively for you. So it's really good practice to get into the habit of stepping opposite leg to opposite arm. All we're going to do, if you just watch me closely here, is let the ball roll off those 3 fingers that I discussed earlier. Jessica, just give me a target that I could aim into, please. Okay, so I'm going to have my feet together in what is my batting square, step forward and throw. Good. Pass it back please, darling. Thank you. So it's, as you can see, I start with my 2 feet. My non-throwing arm is my guiding arm, and I'm going to step and release. That was a very good bowl, if I don't say so myself. Okay, pass it back. Thank you. One more. Step and throw. And my follow through is making sure that I'm pointing at my batter. If my follow through, yeah, thank you. Can't see because of the sun. If my follow through was to go over there or over there, the ball would go in that direction too. And we really don't want that to happen. Okay. Now, the safety bowl is a good one to do once you've done a no ball. So if, for example, you've experimented with a spin bowl and it's gone wrong, we know in rounders that we are allowed 2 no balls before a half rounder is given away. So it's very, very important, if you've done a no ball, go back to the safety bowl just to guarantee that you're not going to give away half a rounder. Okay, so the second bowl we're going to do is what's called the donkey drop. It's one of my favourites. It's one of many of my students that I've had in the past favourites. It's a really good one as a bowler because it's quite easy to execute. As a batter, it's a bit of a nightmare to return because the ball's coming at you from an angle and slowly, and so we don't process the flight of that incoming ball very well and efficiently. So what we tend to see is that the batters really strike quite quickly and powerfully, and then the ball drops. So let's see how you do it. Okay, we're going to start this time with our feet shoulder width apart, okay? And we're just going to hold the ball in the middle of our abdomen, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to bend and then release high, hoping that we produce like a rainbow shape as we bowl. So the ball just goes beyond the batting line and falls down into the batting box. Okay, so just like this, we follow the flight of the ball. Up and down. So for me, I just threw that a little bit too short, so now I know to put a bit more power behind it. Thank you. So up and down. Lovely. One more. Just roll it. Thanks, Jess. Up and down. Okay, this is a really good one to do. Try it out. Like I said, nice and easy to execute.